found another place. Of course, I want to be outside because I want to get my 10,000 steps in today, but I wanted to do a little recap of my week of my 7-day cleanse. I do have some notes because I had a lot of things that took place this week, and I just easier to share. So I'll share the numbers actually at the end, but something this shortcut was about was it was 7 days, no shortcuts, just commitment, discipline, and showing up for myself every day. So what did I learn about myself? First of all, I learned that planning is power. And packing my snacks, prepping my meals, even though it wasn't a full-blown meal prep, but I chose to go out during the week, so I needed to plan in that way. Staying ready meant I was never caught off guard. So that's where my determination won. And that was with the pizzas and the cookies. I wanted my favorite Christmas coffee, the little Christmas tree Reese cups. I saw it all, but I stayed true to my goals. So that was like super important. That was a mental win. Flexibility. The program was flexible. Life happens. We have events. We're just not going to sit in the house. I volunteer to keep myself busy. I helped my daughter with her event in Baltimore, and I pivoted. One thing I think I'm pretty strong in, I modified, and I still was able to stay on track. Next was listening to your body. Sluggish days kind of told me I needed to slow down, which is not easy for me because I describe myself lately as a squirrel in a hamster wheel. My hungry days meant reassessing, and when my body spoke, I was actually starting to listen. So vulnerability is strength. So I was sharing the hard moments on the days that, when on the first night when I decided to take a antibiotic on an empty stomach, and yeah, I got sick. But the mistakes and the real struggle, that's where we find in life that where we grow. And I always used to say there's no growth in the comfort zone. One of the key things to all of this was mindset and how we go into it. And I want to say the first day I went into it like, oh my God, I'm going to be starving today. I'm so hungry. There's food in the house. I want this, I want that. And I was playing this mental game. And so I had to remember my why. And it kept me going, and I just kept pressing forward that there's a reason I'm doing this. It's for my body. It's to show me that I can do hard things, and it's just my goal. It was my goal, and that was my core meaning. And it was about to keep moving, even on my tired days, even when you aren't doing a fast or a cleanse or whatever. You get those days where you just don't want to do anything. Well, you know what? That's the days I think I get even more out of it, and then I feel so much better after I've done it. Being true to myself. This wasn't for the likes. It wasn't for all the silliness and how I set it up and I shared it and doing all that. I just wanted to be that silent beacon and a light to somebody else who may be in that place where they don't know what to do, they feel they're alone. And when somebody else shows their vulnerability, that's when it really comes out. And so that allows them to maybe see, and maybe they'll choose themselves. It may be tomorrow, it may be today, it may be a year from now. But people are watching, but they're just not there yet. So you have to let people do it in their time. External factors, they didn't derail me. The events, the temptations that were surrounding me, the busy schedule, being exhausted, none of it stopped me because I decided it wouldn't. It came down to my decision for me, regardless of what was happening around me. And that is huge for me to say. So what's next? So our team is, everybody's gathering, and through this we had a little chat group, and we were encouraging each other. We were pushing each other through. We we were there to support each other, and we want to look at the program and the different things and ways that we can tweak it but still have the same results, because we're going to do this again. We're going to do this in January. We're going to make this a lifestyle change. And it wasn't just about 7 days. It's also about self-advocating for your own health, your lifestyle, because I want to be here for many years to come. So that's kind of my goal. It's about joining the journey, not just enduring it. So that is something I have learned a lot this past year. So for everyone that followed along, I just want to say thank you. Your silent support means more than you know. And if that even sparked you just a little bit, then that's everything. That's what this was all about, is to share my journey, be vulnerable, be silly, share my craziness, and just go. So if you're ready to join us in January, just let me know, and let's start 2026 prioritizing our health, and we can do it together. Nobody is this in alone. So that's kind of everything that I've learned through this. And we did do a chart which showed you how to do the before and after measurements. And I'm happy to report we don't use the word lose, we use the word released. I released 5.8 pounds. However, from head to toe, meaning your neck, your chest, your arms, across your belly, across your thighs, your hips, and your calves, I released 15 3/4 inches. Yes, 15 3/4 inches. That's a lot. That is a huge. And releasing that 5.8 pounds, yeah, I put the 0.8 in there, but that's not a big deal. I'm not a scale person. I'm more of, how do I feel in my body? How do I feel in my clothes? How does Michelle feel? And that is the actual key. But the bottom line is setting your mind to doing something and following it through, and not letting a person, place, or thing get in the way. So with that said, I'm going to go in where it's warmer, and I'm going to have me a great cup of coffee. I actually made me a Mexican egg scramble this morning and a cup of coffee, and I had a hard time eating it because it was a lot of food. So with that said, I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get some steps in on my way, and I am going to enjoy the rest of the day. And again, I want to thank you guys for joining me, and hopefully you will join me in January to do this again. So have a blessed day.